Hey guys, welcome back to the adventure we call Farming Up the Hill. Today we're going to be working on moving the chicken house. We're just going to try to scoot it over, about 8 feet or so, redo the yard. So I'm going to move the feed right here, and then we're going to start unburying it from the ground. So let's get started.
Okay, so who knows how he's actually going to do this?
We're going to go to each board. There's a cross board across here at every joint. You got to get underneath it and then pick it up a little bit. Do that all the way down, then we'll go to the other side and do the same thing to help loosen it and then bury it. So let's get started.
Let's see how this goes. He says it's going to be easy. I don't think so. Hopefully he's right. Let's see what happens on the inside. It looks like it's working, but I think I'm going to have to scoop some stuff up. Hang on 1 second. Alright, so that worked for now. Let's see if we can hit the next one. So theoretically, this is the right spot. Okay, let's go see if he made it. Alright, so we'll just dust this off a little bit and move to the next one. Okay, we're going to keep that up and we'll check back with you after we got them all loose before we move this thing.
Alright guys. So we're going to mount this right to this. I may have to lift the thing up.
Why don't we do the other end that's already in the air first?
Okay, Alright guys, so we hold that up. What we're going to do is we're going to mount this on here.
There's a lot of dust in there.
A lot of dust in there, that's right. So we're just going to get started. There's a 2x4 right behind there. So what we're going to do, that in there.
And these wheels came from the duck house.
Yep.
But we decided there was an easier way. I think that's why he decided when he built this second house.
Yeah, there's always an easier way, it seems like.
So you can watch the video moving the duck house. It's one of the earlier videos. Kind of show you what we did with that. It was pretty snazzy.
Yeah.
It is still snazzy. It works great.
That is correct.
But this is low.
We learned a lot between those 2 time frames.
Yeah.
So anyway, got that one on, and then we'll just get some more screws and we'll put one in the center and the one on the end. And what that allowed me to do is go to the other side, pick it up in the middle, tilt the forks back a little bit, and just slowly drag it.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. So, alrighty, let's see what we got to get done here. Get some more screws. That part is just seeing if I can get this in here. This is well, maybe we'll just put it right here. And I can't get it.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Alright guys, we'll put a wheel here. Then we'll go to the end and put another wheel. Come on.
And if 3 doesn't work, we do have 6 wheels.
Yes, this is true.
So we can add more if needed. I'm kind of hoping 3 works.
Yes, it's going to be slow and easy. So,
basically we're trying to wrap up some projects before winter.
yeah.
Get these ladies a new home. Kind of.
Give
Same
it a
home.
drill.
Different spot.
I'll move the tractor. Well, I don't know. Let's check the other side. Maybe we could do it from where it is. I don't know how high it's lifted up.
Yeah. I don't think it's lifted that high.
No, it's not. All right, so we'll have to move the tractor, reposition it, and then lift up, and we'll put the other wheel on it and go from there.
He says like it's so easy.
And hope it works.
It should work.
That's my goal, at least.
Yeah. Of course, this is the first really long house we built, and it collapsed in the snow in the first winter. So as you can see, we have a bungee cord in there holding the sides because they never really popped back where we wanted it to. So I'm hoping that it didn't really damage any of the structure other than the coops. It doesn't look like it did, but it's been a couple years since it did that. And we've been digging all this out, and we decided, why dig by hand when you can move it and use the tractor? And he'll come back with a bucket and dig all that stuff out and take it to the compost pile. Why?
Because I'm out the wheel right on this side, so I don't want the forks in the way.
Okay, I was going to go past it, but okay. Go for it.
Gotta move the wheel.
See if he gets it or not. There he goes. I don't know how high it needs to be, so we'll see. Okay, here we go. He's going to try to pick it up, and then we'll have to go watch the other side. Because I have one chicken that didn't want to come out, so that should be fun for it. Okay, he's got it.
The two things you gotta watch, of course, you got breaking it apart. You don't let me get too far with the nesting box.
Yeah, there's a chicken in there too.
Oh,
She won't come out.
that doesn't surprise me any.
Yeah. They won't go in when you want them to. And then they won't come out when you want them to. No! You're gonna have to put another wheel on. The middle is dragging. Okay, so we get another wheel.
Alright guys, we got stuff moved over. Did not go as planned at all. Horrible. Failure, yes. But it's still usable with a little bit of fixings. So I'm going to lift this up. We're going to pull the pipes out, move the tractor to the other side. We'll pick it up. I'll remove the wheels, set it down, and then we'll have to get things in where they belong and do some repairs. So let's get started.
Alright, the good thing is that the wheels come off really nicely.
Yes.
That's the only thing that worked as planned. And now that we moved it, he has a little more room to work with the tractor. So we'll see how that works when he puts it down. You try to get that one off now? Okay, 3 down, 1 left. Chickens are all very excited. They don't usually get to just run around wherever they want.
Drew?
You can get off that way?
Come on.
the side that took most of the beating. But let's see.
Well, let's see. We have that. Oh, you know what?
What? Or did you put one of those long screws in there?
Yeah. Right here. So I got the bit in my pocket.
So we were using different size screws to try to get it to stay together while we moved it, but it didn't work. Pulled them around on that.
Yes, it did. Too much torque.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in there and push on it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so he got his side on the ground, I think. And it didn't fall down. So that's a good thing. Now we just have to go put it back together.
Okay, guys. We had moved this chicken house, which was in a different spot. And it didn't go nearly as good because this is still basically a version 1 house. Maybe 1.2.
It might be 2.
Yeah, I think it's like a 1.2.
Okay.
Anyway, and you could tell that mainly by, yeah, this is one. This is still a 1. The 2x4s are like this instead of like this. We used wood to try to mend the units together. On the outside, we didn't overlap. So on the newer versions, there's a plywood. It's a solid piece crossed here. So there's a 4-footer, and then an 8-footer, an 8-footer, and then a 4-footer. So those joints have a solid structure there. We did get it moved. Unfortunately, when this is all said and done, this house will probably be tore down and stuff will be reused.
Yeah, there's no way to save this.
Yeah,
stuff.
this house is, and
well,
originally this was going to be the duck house, and it might temporarily be the duck house.
Well, you can see that the pieces over there are coming apart.
Yeah, it broke apart pretty bad.
Sides are falling in.
Right, the hoop, because it got a bunch of snow on it, lowered down. But we did make it where it's very usable in the meantime. So we got the layer boxes on these A-frames, which, by the way, I'm here to check the eggs. We got any more for the day. And
It's the wrong time, I think.
yeah. Anyway, so we had a few things that we weren't anticipating. So we had some birds, crows, stuff like that. Started digging through the roof, putting these holes in it. And this is the thinner 6 mil plastic compared to the woven 12 that we use now. We went in and covered up this window to cut down on some of the wind. Amy fixed that up there. She fixed 2 or 3 of these holes to try to cut down on the wind. The chickens don't like it. We still got a few things like down here where it broke apart. We need to, like I say, get some stuff in there.
We're gonna have staples.
Yeah, we got to get our staples. We just use feed bags to cover it, to get as less wind in here as possible. Then we also, I'm going to go back over here. Because laying production went way down. So then we decided we added an LED solar light. There's a little solar panel outside that has the batteries in it. And that is a dusk till dawn. Realistically, what happens is it kicks on when it gets dark enough, and then it just shuts off when the batteries run out.
A couple hours.
Yeah, a few hours. And then so it's solar panel comes out, and it's been really cloudy, overcast today, so I don't know how long it'll run tonight, but it seemed to help a little bit. We didn't want to really go nuts with the light, so the chickens still have the daylight in the dark, but just a little extra because the daylight is really short right now. So,
well, and I think that and the wind,
yes,
closing up those holes, I don't know if they don't like the wind or if it keeps the ravens out, but They've definitely seen a difference.
Yeah, let's just say both probably, realistically. All the above.
Yeah. So
anyway.
he's just ducked under the strap. So when it collapsed because of the snow,
right,
we had to pull it back up with the
yeah,
strap.
because the center just was down here. Literally, the top of the hoop was literally about this height.
Yeah.
So I lifted it back up when I got the snow off, except for
it pushed it out too far.
It's the whole structure and integrity of this is pretty much lost. I mean, it'll work. I don't feel that it won't. But realistically, what I need to do it'll be in the spring/summer. We'll disassemble it, use what parts we can. We'll still be able to use the hoops. And, you know, it's gotten bad enough that, you know, it's pulled staples out.
Well, I think the funny thing is that the strap has become the favorite roost.
It's actually a roost, yeah.
We were going to take it down, but it's always full at night, so we just decided to leave it.
So it'll be, compared to what we're building right now, a little farther up the hill, you will see a major difference in the construction of it. It'll be unbelievable. When I do this house again, I probably will continue to make it a, well, we'll have to really look at it. So this one's only 8 feet wide.
And it only has the 2 foot tall sides.
2 sides. So I have to decide, do I want to make it 12 foot wide, like all the new ones I'm building, and 4 foot sides? So I just have to decide what I'm going to do. I don't want to, I want to salvage as much as I can and make it usable. But at the same time, it needs to be functional. So it's not like I want to put it back and then decide a year later that, oh my gosh, I really need the 12 foot wide. I don't think I need it any longer for the ducks, especially if I go 12 foot wide. But once again, to look at it and see what I can use, plywood and pieces, you know, what can I still use out of this and not be a total waste.
Although it was nice to see what didn't work.
Yes. No, you know.
So when we can upgrade.
I'm not an overly stream educated guy, but I'm pretty sure that it was some great inventor that said out there that you know, when you're doing something and every time it fails, you just figured out one more way it doesn't work. Doesn't really mean you failed. It's just like, okay, this way it won't work. Now we're going to try a different way. So use those failures as actually a good thing. And I think that might have been Albert Einstein that actually said that. But
we're working on like version 5.0.
Yeah.
So we'll do a video about that soon.
Yeah, and and it's amazing when you look at this stuff, and you know, when I first thought about it, it's like, oh, this will be great, and this is going to be strong, and blah blah blah. And then after you see a couple things, you're like, duh. And so, you know, we're on version 5 of these things, and it's amazing how much stronger. I mean, just going up to the frame structure and going, oh wow, this thing's.
Well, even the greenhouse. So we've been showing you the greenhouse, I think. If not, we will soon.
Yes.
And it's only like version 4.
Yeah.
And it's so much stronger than.
Yeah, and now, and the difference is as a whole too. When I did the greenhouse, it's kind of like the pig house. Those really, they can be moved, but they're not really meant to be moved. I really kind of want them where they're at, because you're going to have the beds in there and stuff in the greenhouse. Where the rest of these, especially 5.0, is designed to move. But what I figured out is you got to over-engineer this. I think since we've been together, I've always been known as over-engineering everything.
You and Dad.
So I've really looked at the 5.0, which is the newest chicken house we're working on right now. And you will see, I mean, it is put together. It's got way better material, quantity material, put it together so it's stronger. Just a whole variety of things. And setting up for roof supports, which also makes supports, it ties everything together.
Yeah, because the biggest problem we did on this before we moved it was we didn't support the roof.
Yeah, the roof wasn't supported. I'll kind of give you, so like you run across here, and then the roof support that goes through the center also ties in the newest version, which you'll see, into the end walls. So now it locks everything together. And it's just a, you know, one of those things, every time you add something in the engineering setup, it makes it that much stronger. You know, I put a few things together and it's pretty good, and then I add 2 more pieces and all of a sudden it's just solid. You know, without those 2 pieces, it's not. And, you know, I could almost build a good section of, a good portion of a building like this now, almost by myself. It's a lot slower. Getting 2 people by all means makes it go really fast, but there's still a lot of it that I could do by myself and do. And it just ties it so good. It's amazing on the things. And then also knowing some of the problems, like when we went to move this, I mean, these walls are only 2 feet off the ground, but they shifted so bad when we were trying to move them, it wasn't even funny.
Well, yeah, you can see the support here is falling off, and this is after we re-screwed it with a much bigger screw to try to move it, and then all it did was pull it out.
And then, like I said, so the newest, the 5.0 version right now is unbelievably strong, and I'll go over it pretty much in detail. So if anybody's kind of moving on and wanting to build this stuff, there's nothing wrong with this if it's going to be in place, never moved.
Yeah. Well, we built it to withstand chickens,
yes,
not everything else that we've figured out around here. Snow and wind and...
Correct. And I mean, the only thing I would do is if you built one like this, you watched a video early on, the only thing I would do is add the center support for the snow load, which you could still do. I mean, it's good. It just doesn't move. You know, to pick it up and try to move it, it just wants to fall apart. If you're leaving it in place like a winter house, where you just bring them in, you're letting them be in here because you got a small flock, you're doing deep bedding, and then at the end of the year, you're taking them out, putting them in a mobile setup, and you're going to come in here and clean all the deep bedding out. This thing's great. If you're not wanting to move it, there's nothing wrong with this except for the center support for the snow. And that I could easily add that to this one if I wanted to. But because of all the
other issues,
all the damage that we did when we tried to move it, at this point it's just better to in the spring use it for something else. I mean, as far as I know, it could be another greenhouse. I mean, the sides would be okay. I could move the plywood on the outsides, and I could just make it another small greenhouse if I needed to. I mean, because I really hate to, I don't want to throw anything away. You know, this is all money, and this is all time. The 2-foot sides with the greenhouse isn't a big deal, so it could end up being that, but I still have to disassemble and put it back together because it's in that bad a shape from trying to move it. So anyway, all right, well, we'll move on, and we're going to call it a day. It's getting pretty late, so please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We definitely could use some more subscribers. Please help us out in that area. Give us some comments. We like to hear from everybody. And definitely more people, by all means. And we're going to end it there. You have a wonderful rest of your day.